TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day after the market close. Tom takes your phone calls from 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time using the data available at that time.
Let's go to a Bill in Boca Raton. Hey, Bill, what's going on?
Not too much. Enjoying the warm weather in Florida just like you, except on the other coast.
Perfect, man. Perfect.
Yep.
Do you listen on the internet right now?
Yes.
Cool, man. Cool.
No, I enjoy that. That's in your Tiger TV and everything. I've been watching you for years, and you've really taken this whole programming to a level that's just phenomenal.
I appreciate it.
And now, here's Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 2 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. It's a TGIF Friday, folks. Let's make it a great one. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. Don't take anything personally. Become immune to poison. The whole world can gossip about you. And if you don't take it personally, you are immune. Immunity to poison is in the middle of hell, is the gift of the second agreement. That's a heavy one. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow down 303, NASDAQ off 61, S&P's down 31, gold contract flat at 1,832 an ounce. 1,859 an ounce, rather. Sorry about that, folks. Platinum down at 28 at 1,832 an ounce. Copper smacked down 14 cents at $3.99 a pound. Light sweet crude off $1.83 at 87.22 a barrel. Bonds up a full point at 141.05. Dollar index to the moon, folks. Up 90 ticks at 77.25. Euro down 21 at 136. That little baby's going to, well, we'll go through that. That's going to be destroyed, folks. Yen, flat at 77.53. My phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Well, you're down 31 points. You did this on 1.1 billion shares. Now, that 1.1, folks, is coming into the 8th of August, the 9th of August, as well as the 19th of August. You have fast price destruction with light volume. What that sets up is another bounce. Pretty wild, I'll tell you. And when you come in to lows with fast price destruction, that's nasty. There's no two ways about it. And, you know, what we are doing here, folks, is that we are building cause to break these lows. We're not going to break them yet, though. The way it's set up right now is that today you had 1.1. You're going into 2.5, 2.4, and 1.6. That's saying that something, bottom line, over the weekend is going to pop this baby again, and it's going to go into the 1230 level. Now, the reason that I'm saying it's building cause for downtown is this. The last time that we get up to this 1230 level, it dies on the vine. When you take the whole deal together, what you have is that you have more volume down the bottom. You have the destruction down the bottom. But at this point, it's still going to want to get up into the 1230 level. That's your S&P. We go over to the Dow Industrials. You take a look at the Dow. Same setup in the Dow. Now, the Dow is weaker. What the Dow did is this. Dow comes down 303. Headline number. And this is what's so cool, folks, because what you have is this. The headline number in the Dow goes both ways. When the Dow's going up and nothing else is going up, meaning, and they can get the numbers up, you know, it's 30 stocks, okay? Bottom line is that what ends up happening is that the S&P cash is the most important to watch as to giving you the information as to where the market wants to go. Anyway, the Dow down 303. Same deal, though. You're coming into the heavy down moves of the 8th of August, the 9th of August, as well as the 19th. Now, let's go over to the composite. We take a look at the composite. This is what you have happen with the composite. The composite is much stronger. I mean, big time, too, folks, okay? You know, percentage-wise down here today, you wouldn't know the difference, really, you know, because the Dow Industrials went down 2 0.6%. The S&P went down 2 7%. The composite went down 2.4%. However, watch when you're looking at as to how far away from the bottom we are on the composite versus the composite. We're at 24.67. The low out there is 23.31. Difference. Composite, what does the composite do? Same type of setup. Composite comes down on 2 billion shares versus, check this out, versus 2.4 billion on the 19th of August versus 3.8 on the 9th of August and versus 4 billion on the 8th. There's not enough power to basically break these bottoms apart right now. So what does that mean? Well, what it means, folks, is that when you come down like we did July 21st, right into August, the acceleration, the amount of selling, all that vicious. Right now, we are building cause. My take is that we're building cause for lower price. It just doesn't want to get there just yet. Now, what does happen is this, and this is where it's really dangerous. The longer that you actually build cause, the what? The more powerful the move can be. And if we go back to the S&P for a second, and this is where you make sure you're a long-term investor, you make sure you protect yourself here, because the S&P move is from 1356 down to 1100. That's 256 points. You take the 256 off that 1230, where do you end up? You end up at 1,000. Big numbers, folks. Gold. Let's go to the gold contract. We had gold out here today. Wide price spreads. We've had huge price spreads in gold, period. Gold did today. Low out there was 1825. High was 1889. You closed out at 1860. We did 253,000 contracts, and that little baby, that wants to make its way down to the 1770, 1705 level. That's the consolidation that's set up right now. It couldn't handle getting into that 1889 today. You got over the high from 2 days ago. We did it with 100,000 less contracts. You're going against 150,000 less contracts. So that little baby saying it wants to come right back down the other side. Now, let's go over to the bond market. Bonds out here, pretty amazing. It actually got to the 142.26 mark out here today. Oh, I need USZ. USZ. 1 second. Okay, we did with bonds. You get 306,000 contracts. That we closed this out at 141.03. You hit 141.19. That was going into the 141.29 from the 6th, and it just didn't have enough juice to take it out. Now watch, if we look at the bond contract on a continuous chart, what you're looking at, if you're watching this on Tiger TV, folks, and don't forget, folks, Tiger TV, just come over to our website at TFNN. You can see all the charts as I speak right along with the verbiage. So what we did out here is this. The spike that was out there was 143. That spike was December of 08. We got over the spike of the 31st of 010, and bottom line is that, we can hit that spike. That's how it's set up right now. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Let's go to Anand in Boston. Hey, Anand, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, how are you?
I'm doing great, man. You having a good day out there?
Yeah, so far so good day. It's nice weather in Boston, so enjoying working for the weekend.
Perfect, man. Great.
Hey, I'm looking at TZA. I bought like in mid of 40, but I decided to hold overnight. So I feel like, it's going to have a lot of movement on the upside. What do you think?
Let's take a look at it. You get the TZA. The TZA, folks, is the direction small cap 300% inverse correlation of the small cap index. Anything that you'd like to understand about direction shares, folks, the leverage products, come over to our website at TFNN, and you're going to see right on the front page, under ETF, there's 2 white papers there. Please read them. They're fabulous. You'll get to understand how they compound on the way up and they get defensive on the way down. Okay, so you own this, right?
Correct, yeah.
And you decided to go over the weekend with the 2, right?
That's correct, yeah.
Okay. So let's take a look at it. What you have here now, we're going to do two different things here. I want to show you something. You know, what the TZA did is this. You know, you have a channel. The top of that channel, you know, came right into it, hit it. Now, it hit it with some volume. And so that's saying that bottom line is that, you know, you're at 48.66. It hit 50.09. That's saying, like, okay, can you get into this 50, yeah, even 58 area? When I go back to the IWM, and we take a look at the IWM, what you have is that, now this is the inverse correlation, as the IWM came back with 97 million shares, yet you're going into 207 million shares, and you're going into 110 million shares. The way that's set up, Anand, is this, is that it's real possible that the way that we close, okay, so when I just went through the update, I was explaining that the 1230 S&P, you had fast price destruction, no volume. That's saying it wants to go higher, okay?
Right.
You come into a Friday, over the weekend, people are worried, period. You know, you could get a bad open on Monday and then go topside. If that's what you get, I would close that ASAP, man. You know, I would have closed that TZA today before the close because of the fact of how the IWM and all the indices came back in with dramatically lighter volume. See, it's when you do that, and this isn't really a hard call, folks, over a weekend like this. See, because I can absolutely understand how you can get gap down, and that would be, there's plenty of room to gap down into the lows of August 8th and August 9th without breaking those lows. And that can be done in 2 seconds, and that very well could be the buy. You know, what we do have also is that, you know, if you follow Steve Rhodes, in fact, folks, you can test drive Steve's newsletter for a month free. You know, Monday, basically, you're coming in astrology, astro-wise, you're coming into a full moon. You know, so if it is a gap down, that would be a buy.
Okay.
Let me ask you something. You're up $8. Why didn't you take some money?
I thought overnight some bad news. The Europe was cooking.
Okay. Okay, man. Have a great one. Have a safe one. And, you know, if we look at the euro for a second, folks, the euro, no doubt, is in tough shape. You know, the euro is at 136.64. We bring this back. This euro basically, you know, broke. There she is. She broke everything. So you got 149, 136, 139, 139, 129. Yeah, the euro's on its way down to 129. The euro's dead meat. In fact, the euro is on its way down to 118, folks. You know, you broke everything with conviction. It'll take a while to get there, but that's where it's going. You know what, folks? It's going to be a beautiful thing. We're going to be sitting in the Amalfi Coast, drinking some of that great Italian wine. The dollar's going to go to the moon. The euro's going to go in the trash can, and we're going to have some great wine for the right price. We're going to be right back.
X-Story Gold Mines, an NYSE Amex-listed company trading under the symbol XG, is slated to be the newest gold-silver producer in Argentina. X-Story is forecast to produce more than 250 million